See what we got here on the old nifty scale. Well, that didn't do shit.
It's Tucci in the house, the #1 film guys in the business.
Another start to a video on Ace. Look at that. So we're here right now getting some Sawzall stuff. You'll see when we get back to the garage, but we took the front bumper off and the crash bar out's in the front bumper. We're gonna cut off and see how much it weighs. Hoping it's like more than 15 pounds, but we doubt it. And now Nick's about to blow $18 on Sawzall blades. All right, so back from Ace. Got some stuffs. That's all we left Ace with. Shout out to our boy Fats, rest in peace.
Chris Tucci in the house, the #1 film guys in the business. Right there.
He had about 8 bags of those on the way to our Missouri one time. But that's what we're working with. So we're gonna cut this piece out, and then we're gonna cut, we should have to cut these out. And this will all fall down. No idea how much it weighs. Hopefully it was worth it, but as the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's worth it. But we'll find out. What do you think that is?
I don't know, but it's oozing.
All right, this is it. Let's see what we got here on the old nifty scale. Well, that didn't do shit. 20 pounds of saving this piece. Cut it right off. We have no idea what the white stuff is, so if anybody has any idea in the comments what that is, let us know, but we have no idea. But 20 pounds this is worth.
Had it.
So that hole right there on the bottom, this little mark,
Still in the same place?
is a new hole.
Yeah, that's it.
Right there.
Here, I could probably get it with this.
So now what we're doing is originally it was in, I think the car was in this hole at one point, but
Personally,
the last few times
took the front hole in.
it's,
That's cockeyed.
these were,
It's gonna be easy to.
it was in this hole the last 2 times we were out. Then we went to this hole like last time at the end of one of the times. So tonight it was in this hole. Now we're gonna go skip this hole and go down one. And then we brought it down. One hole in here. So this is the stock hole. And this is the hole that was drilled. So it's not perfectly straight down. So we're gonna have to adjust it so the cars actually goes straight. So, because as of right now, the rear end is twisted. So we're gonna have to push this bar out a little bit, extend one of the bars so the rear end is straight.
It was 6.3.
So the recent
6.2.
knowledge of watching some YouTube videos, you like this bar. It seems like this bar has to be straight
So what we
and
did
as far down
was-
as possible. So.
I'm talking.
You want to explain it to him? Go
No.
for it. Yeah, now you have to. Now you're on the spot.
What's the guy's name?
Kevin Wilson. Kevin
After
something.
watching Kevin Wilson's video, he suggests the bottom bar down as far as we can go, as level as possible, Chief.
Or on a slight angle.
A
which is what
slight
we have
angle
now.
up, which we have a 6-degree up angle. I'm pretty impressed, to be right.
How sick is it when the bar actually does what it's supposed to do? Pretty sick.
16 and 15 and 5/8, a little more. Let's go to 15 and a quarter. I don't want to be putting preload in here. I don't know if that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, just for reference, everybody, we don't know what we're doing. All right, so now they are the same length.
That's what
So it should be, that should mean that the rear end is straight again, which is a plus.
Go ahead.
All right, so what's going on, everybody? Last time you saw us, we were underneath Nick's car doing some work. We have actually 2 weeks off, and not willingly. We're taking 2 weeks off, but unfortunately it's gonna rain on Saturday. So Calverton got canceled, so we'll be doing some work on Nick's car and then some work on the Monty as well. I haven't really shown much of the Monty because it's kind of been like strictly working on Nick's car until this Calverton season is over. And working on that and trying to get it to work well. But we got some parts here, which is all the tin work that you guys watched us do probably like 3 or 4 months ago. and we started powder coating it. Dad's been getting it powder coated piece by piece, and we've been putting it in. So we have some pieces started going in. This is the first piece we put in the other day, and then we got some little pieces over here. Well, not little pieces. We actually have the whole center powder coated in a light crinkle, which looks very nice. And we're gonna start putting those pieces in and go from there. All right, so one of the downsides, I guess, which is well worth it, I think, is that everything kind of has to be drilled out because the powder coat is so thick, I guess, and it gets it everywhere, which is the benefit of it, and that is so nice. But you have to drill like pretty much every hole out. So drilled every hole out. We got this back piece in. We're not gonna rivet this right now because we need to slide the pieces that go here, which, remember, they slide underneath. So I can't really rivet this for good, but it looks really, really nice. But this one we can go in because there's nothing that goes on the side of it. Back out here. I don't even know what day, but I think it's the third time I picked up the camera this week. It's currently raining outside, so Racetrack Nut Street unfortunately got canceled. We will not be racing this weekend. Unfortunately, next weekend, as of right now, it doesn't look that great either, which sucks because that leaves really only 2 more times we can go out. There's 4 more sessions, but I will be in Florida for 2 of them. We might have hopefully 3. If not 3, then hopefully 2, unless it rains the other 2 times too. So we got Racetrack Nut Street coming up next weekend. Hopefully yet again we're able to participate because of the weather. But right now, in between the weeks, we are changing some weight around, and we're going to try to take out the sandbags in the back of the next car, which is about 60 pounds. And we're going to put it on the rear end and see what that does and what difference that may or may not make. So these are in here. These are about 25 pounds each. There's 3 of them. Hopefully, we can get them on the rear end.
I am drilling the holes through the metal plates so we can use 2 studs instead of 1 to hold the plates in.
So we have, yeah. So we have these, which you saw us put in the back. So now we're gonna put them on the rear end, on the bottom bar, right. Oh, you see one right there. So we're gonna put, there's only 2 on there now. We're gonna put 4 of these, and then we're gonna put 2 studs in each one. So like the motor that's in this car, we also have some history going along the weights that have gone in there. How long you have these weights for?
30 years.
So the weights are 6 years older than the motor?
They're very old.
Yeah, so he's had these weights for a while, and they've had the motor for a while. A little bit nice if we had this last week. All the rocker arms. All right, so we're waiting on another 10. Probably gonna have to get some lead weight over the winter, but for now, being that we're gonna try to test it out 2 more times, we'll go with the homemade version. Waiting for 1 more 10, and it should be 20. That should be 32 pounds on this one, and then we'll put another one on that side. So another 32 to make, well, that's 12 and a half. So it'd be 65 pounds total on the rear end. All right, so Nick swung by with some hardware, and we got them on. So kind of close to the ground. Should be good. That is 64 pounds total because it's 2 12 and a halves and then 2 10s. Is up to 64. So now we got 64 pounds on the rear end housing itself. We're gonna take the bags out of the back, which are about 60 pounds, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, but then we gotta do the rocker arm and load the car on the trailer, which I don't know when that's happening, but probably soon because we're getting ready to go race next weekend. Howdy. Back out here for the last day, hopefully, on this video. And the last thing we have to do before we load it up is put the new but very old rocker arm on that we got out of our stash. All right, so I didn't film any part of that really, but it's on now. Nick's over here taking another valve cover off. I'm gonna check all of them on that side, and then go from there. And I gotta jack the back of the car up because we're looking at some stuff that we're gonna be making, which will probably be a future video, not this one.
I'm a young shot caller, hit place, bad bitch taker, AK slanging the S gangster, white flags for when I'm hanging, 2-gun gang, twin Glocks, I'm flaming. Should've been a teacher, how to get your white chalk.